This year, Consumer Reports analyzed data from about 380,000 vehicles. The top brands include Toyota, Subaru, and Lexus, with Honda and BMW rounding out the top 5.
Some brands charge luxury prices, but struggle to make it past 100,000 miles. Others rarely make headlines, yet quietly run for decades with minimal drama. Today, we're ranking 25 major car brands from worst to best for real-world reliability, based on long-term durability, repair frequency, and ownership costs. A few results will confirm what you already believe. But several placements? They're going to surprise you. Number 25, Land Rover. If image alone determined reliability, Land Rover would rank near the top. The brand built its reputation on rugged adventure, safari capability, and go-anywhere luxury. From suburban driveways to mountain trails, it promises toughness wrapped in prestige. But when we shift from marketing to long-term ownership reality, the story changes dramatically. Land Rover consistently ranks near the bottom in reliability studies and owner satisfaction surveys. The biggest issue? Complexity. Modern models are packed with advanced air suspension systems, terrain response electronics, adaptive drivetrains, and layered digital controls. When everything works, they feel unstoppable. But when something fails, and it often does, repairs are expensive and frequent. Air suspension problems are one of the most common complaints. Over time, compressors fail, sensors malfunction, and the vehicle can literally sink overnight in the driveway. Fixing the system can cost thousands. Electrical gremlins are another recurring theme. Infotainment freezes, warning lights appear without clear cause, and software updates sometimes create new problems instead of solving old ones. Engines themselves aren't always the primary issue. The real challenge is everything surrounding them. Sensors, wiring harnesses, electronic modules, these are the weak links. Once the vehicle passes 70,000 to 100,000 miles, ownership costs can climb quickly. Maintenance is also not cheap. Routine service costs more than most mainstream brands, and parts pricing reflects its luxury status. Independent mechanics often warn that even minor issues can spiral into major repair bills. Depreciation tells another part of the story. Land Rovers lose value rapidly compared to brands known for durability. That steep drop isn't accidental. It reflects market awareness of potential long-term repair risks. This doesn't mean every Land Rover is a disaster. Some owners report years of trouble-free driving. But statistically, the brand's track record places it at the bottom of this ranking. Who should buy one? Someone who values design, status, and capability, and is prepared for premium maintenance costs. Who shouldn't? Anyone prioritizing long-term mechanical peace of mind. Land Rover offers luxury and off-road strength. Reliability, however, remains its weakest link, and that's why it starts our list at number 25. Number 24, Jaguar. Jaguar has always been about elegance, long hoods, sweeping lines, and that unmistakable British presence on the road. For decades, the brand represented refined performance, something different from the typical German luxury experience. But when it comes to long-term reliability, style hasn't always translated into durability. Much like its corporate cousin Land Rover, Jaguar struggles with consistency. The driving experience can be excellent. The engines, particularly the supercharged V6 and V8 units, often deliver strong performance. The problem isn't always how they drive, it's how they age. Electrical issues are one of the most frequent complaints. Owners report infotainment system failures, sensor malfunctions, phantom warning lights, and intermittent starting problems. Modern Jaguars rely heavily on complex electronic systems, and over time, those systems can become unpredictable. Transmission reliability has also been a mixed story. While many models use capable automatic gearboxes, some owners experience rough shifting or premature wear if maintenance isn't meticulous. And because Jaguar vehicles are relatively low volume in the US, parts availability can sometimes be slower and more expensive than mainstream brands. Then there's depreciation. Jaguars lose value quickly, often faster than comparable German rivals. That might sound appealing if you're shopping used, but there's a reason prices drop. The market factors in potential long-term repair costs. Maintenance costs are firmly in luxury territory. Even routine services tend to cost more than most non-luxury brands. Once out of warranty, repair bills can climb sharply, especially if electrical modules or advanced driver assist systems fail. To be fair, Jaguar has made improvements in recent years. Build quality has improved compared to older generations, and some newer models show better reliability trends. But the brand's historical reputation still lingers, and long-term ownership data hasn't fully erased those concerns. Who should consider Jaguar? Drivers who prioritize design, comfort, and uniqueness over long-term simplicity. Who should hesitate? Buyers who want a vehicle that will quietly run for 200,000 miles with minimal surprises. Jaguar delivers presence and personality. But in a ranking based purely on reliability and long-term ownership costs, it lands near the bottom, at number 24. Number 23. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is built on passion. The brand's identity revolves around performance, emotion, and design that stands out in a parking lot full of predictable shapes. Models like the Giulia and Stelvio brought Italian flair back to the American market. On the road, they often feel alive, sharp steering, balanced handling, and engines that genuinely enjoy being pushed. But reliability has never been Alfa Romeo's strongest trait. The biggest concern is consistency. Some owners report smooth ownership experiences. Others face recurring electrical issues within the first few years. Warning lights, infotainment glitches, sensor failures, and random software hiccups appear more often than they should for modern vehicles. Electrical complexity is once again the recurring theme. Alfa's systems can be sensitive, and software updates don't always resolve underlying hardware issues. Even small electrical faults can trigger multiple dashboard alerts, creating confusion and frustration. Build quality has improved compared to Alfa's troubled past decades, but the brand still struggles to match Japanese or even Korean competitors in long-term durability. Interior components may show wear sooner than expected. Trim pieces and switches sometimes feel less robust than similarly priced rivals. Dealer network size is another factor. In the US, Alfa Romeo dealerships are far less common than mainstream brands. That can mean longer wait times for service and parts. When repairs are needed, specialized components often come at premium prices. Depreciation is steep. Used Alfa Romeos often sell for significantly less than their original price within just a few years. Again, that reflects market caution regarding long-term reliability. Performance-wise, the engines are generally strong when properly maintained. The turbocharged four-cylinder is lively, and higher performance trims deliver serious power. But forced induction engines demand consistent maintenance, and skipping service intervals can lead to expensive consequences. Who is Alfa Romeo for? Someone who wants driving excitement and distinctive design, and understands that ownership may require patience. Who should think twice? Anyone seeking predictable, low-cost, long-term durability. Alfa Romeo makes cars that stir emotion, but when ranked strictly on reliability and ownership stability, it falls near the bottom, landing at number 23. Number 22. Maserati. Maserati is one of those names that instantly commands attention. The trident badge, the exhaust note, the Italian styling. Everything about the brand feels dramatic. For many buyers, it represents stepping into true exotic territory without reaching Ferrari-level pricing. But when it comes to long-term reliability, that excitement often comes with consequences. Maserati vehicles are engineered for performance and presence, not simplicity. And that complexity shows up over time. Electrical issues are common, especially in older Ghibli and Quattroporte models. Infotainment systems can freeze, backup cameras fail, and dashboard warning lights may appear with frustrating regularity. Then there's the cost of maintenance. Even basic services are significantly more expensive than most luxury competitors. Brake jobs, suspension repairs, and electronic component replacements can easily cost thousands. Once the warranty expires, ownership becomes noticeably more demanding. Build consistency has also been questioned. Interior materials may look premium at first glance, but long-term durability can be uneven. Some owners report rattles, premature wear on trim pieces, and electronic switchgear failures. The engines themselves, especially the Ferrari-derived V6 units in certain models, can be strong performers. But performance-oriented engines require disciplined maintenance. Skipping scheduled service or delaying repairs can escalate costs quickly. Depreciation is steep. Maseratis often lose a large portion of their value within the first few years. That may create tempting used prices, but buyers should factor in ongoing maintenance costs before jumping in. Dealer availability is another consideration. The network is limited in many areas, which can mean longer travel distances for service and longer waits for specialized parts. Who should buy a Maserati? Someone who values style, sound, and exclusivity, and understands that ownership costs reflect that exclusivity. Who shouldn't? Anyone looking for a worry-free vehicle that can quietly rack up high mileage. Maserati delivers emotion and performance. But in a ranking focused purely on reliability and long-term ownership practicality, it lands at number 22. Number 21. Volkswagen. Volkswagen sits in a very different space. It's not ultra-luxury. It's not exotic. Instead, it promises European engineering at a more accessible price point. Models like the Jetta, Passat, Tiguan, and Atlas have become common sights on American roads. The driving experience is often solid. Volkswagens tend to feel composed, stable, and well-built from behind the wheel. But reliability has been inconsistent over the years. One major factor is turbocharged engines. Many Volkswagen models rely on smaller turbocharged power plants designed for efficiency and performance. While capable, turbo engines introduce additional components: turbochargers, intercoolers, direct injection systems that increase mechanical complexity. Over time, carbon buildup on intake valves has been a known issue in some engines. Electrical quirks are also part of Volkswagen's history. Infotainment system glitches, sensor malfunctions, and electronic module failures appear more often than in top-ranked brands. While not catastrophic, these problems can become annoying and sometimes costly. Transmission reliability varies by model and year. Earlier dual-clutch automatic transmissions had mixed reviews, though improvements have been made in newer generations. Maintenance costs are generally higher than most mainstream American or Japanese brands. Parts pricing and labor complexity push service expenses upward. On the positive side, many owners report that when properly maintained, Volkswagens can deliver solid longevity. Build quality has improved in recent years, especially in North American production facilities. Who should consider Volkswagen? Drivers who enjoy European road feel without stepping into luxury pricing. Who should hesitate? Anyone seeking the absolute lowest long-term maintenance risk. Volkswagen offers strong driving dynamics and modern styling, but in the reliability ranking, it sits just outside the bottom tier, at number 21. Number 20, BMW. BMW has built its reputation on precision engineering and performance. For decades, it marketed itself as the ultimate driving machine, and in many ways, that slogan wasn't exaggeration. From tight steering to balanced chassis design, BMW vehicles often deliver an engaging experience that few competitors can match. But when we shift from performance to long-term reliability, the picture becomes more complicated. BMW's biggest challenge isn't poor engineering, it's complex engineering. Modern BMWs are loaded with advanced cooling systems, turbocharged engines, electronically controlled components, and intricate software networks. When everything works, they feel exceptional. But once mileage climbs, complexity can turn into expensive repairs. Cooling system failures are one of the brand's most common long-term issues. Water pumps, thermostats, and expansion tanks often require replacement earlier than expected. Oil leaks from valve cover gaskets and oil filter housing gaskets are also widely reported as vehicles age. Turbocharged engines provide strong power, but they introduce additional maintenance demands. Ignoring service intervals or delaying minor repairs can quickly escalate into major costs. Electrical systems are another factor. BMW vehicles rely heavily on electronic modules controlling everything from suspension damping to infotainment. While generally advanced, these systems can create expensive repair scenarios once out of warranty. Maintenance costs are firmly in the premium category. Even routine service tends to cost more than mainstream brands. And while many BMWs can reach high mileage when properly maintained, the ownership journey often requires steady financial commitment. Depreciation can be steep in the first few years, partly due to the market's awareness of post-warranty maintenance expenses. That creates attractive used pricing, but buyers must budget accordingly. To be fair, BMW has improved reliability in certain recent models, particularly with more refined engine platforms. Not every BMW is unreliable. In fact, some owners enjoy long-term success with diligent maintenance. Who should buy a BMW? Someone who values driving dynamics and understands the cost of maintaining advanced engineering. Who should reconsider? Buyers seeking minimal maintenance stress and simple mechanical longevity. BMW delivers performance and refinement, but in a ranking focused purely on durability and ownership predictability, it lands at number 20. Number 19. Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz represents luxury tradition. The three-pointed star has symbolized comfort, safety, and engineering prestige for over a century. Historically, older Mercedes models were known for tank-like durability. But modern Mercedes tells a more complex story. Today's Mercedes vehicles are technological showcases. Massive digital displays, advanced driver assist systems, air suspension setups, and turbocharged engines define the lineup. While impressive, this technology adds layers of potential failure points over time. Air suspension systems are one of the most commonly reported long-term issues. When components fail, repair costs can be significant. Electrical complexity is another recurring concern. Advanced infotainment systems, digital instrument clusters, and sensor-heavy safety features occasionally develop glitches. Engine reliability varies by model and year. Some turbocharged four-cylinder engines have proven solid, while others have faced early production challenges. Like many luxury brands, consistent maintenance is critical. Ownership costs remain high. Routine service is expensive, and parts pricing reflects Mercedes's premium status. Once vehicles pass warranty coverage, repairs can become costly, especially involving electronic modules or suspension systems. Depreciation is noticeable, though not as steep as some exotic brands. Buyers in the used market often find strong value, provided they understand maintenance expectations. It's worth noting that Mercedes still produces certain models with strong durability records. But overall, brand reliability has become more mixed compared to its older, simpler generations. Who should consider Mercedes? Drivers seeking luxury comfort and brand heritage. Who should think carefully? Anyone prioritizing low long-term repair frequency. Mercedes-Benz offers refinement and prestige, but when ranked strictly on modern reliability trends and ownership stability, it comes in at number 19. Number 18, Audi. Audi has carved out a strong reputation for combining technology with understated design. The interiors are clean and modern. The Quattro all-wheel drive system is respected for traction and stability. On the surface, Audi feels like a smart blend of luxury and performance. But reliability has been a mixed story. Like many German brands, Audi leans heavily on turbocharged engines and advanced electronics. That combination delivers strong performance and efficiency, but also increases complexity. Over time, more complexity usually means more potential failure points. One of the most discussed long-term concerns in certain Audi models has been timing chain tensioner issues in older engine generations. When these fail, repairs can be serious and expensive. Carbon buildup in direct injection engines is another known maintenance challenge, especially for drivers who do mostly short trips. Electrical gremlins are not uncommon. Infotainment glitches, sensor failures, and intermittent warning lights show up in owner reports more often than in top-tier reliability brands. These problems aren't always catastrophic, but they add to long-term ownership frustration. Audi's Quattro system itself is generally durable, but it adds drivetrain components that increase maintenance complexity compared to simpler front-wheel drive layouts. Maintenance costs are premium. Parts and labor typically cost more than mainstream brands. While many Audi vehicles can reach high mileage with careful upkeep, ownership demands consistent attention. Depreciation is noticeable, but not extreme. Used Audis can appear like excellent value, and they can be, as long as maintenance history is strong and inspections are thorough. To Audi's credit, newer engine platforms and updated transmissions have improved in durability compared to earlier generations. But the brand still sits in the middle to lower range when compared purely on long-term reliability. Who should buy Audi? someone who values refined interior quality and confident all-weather performance. Who should hesitate? Buyers looking for simple, low-maintenance ownership over many years. Audi offers sophistication and technology, but in a reliability-focused ranking, it lands at number 18. Number 17, Mini. Mini has always sold personality. Compact size, playful design, and sharp handling define the brand. Driving a Mini can genuinely be fun. Quick steering, tight turning radius, and a feeling of agility that larger vehicles can't replicate. But behind that charm sits BMW engineering, and that brings both strengths and weaknesses. Mini models use turbocharged engines and complex electronics similar to BMW's lineup. While that provides lively performance, it also introduces maintenance complexity. Older Mini models, especially those from the late 2000s and early 2010s, developed reputations for timing chain issues, oil leaks, and cooling system failures. Electrical reliability has also been uneven. Infotainment systems, window regulators, and sensor modules have generated complaints. As these cars age, small issues can stack up. Maintenance costs are higher than many buyers expect for a small car. Because of the BMW connection, parts pricing and service procedures reflect premium engineering rather than economy simplicity. Interior durability varies by model year. Some owners report strong long-term build quality, while others note premature wear in high-touch areas. On the positive side, newer Mini generations have shown improvement in reliability compared to older versions. When properly maintained, many Minis can provide dependable service, but they require attentive ownership. Depreciation is moderate. Used Minis can be attractively priced, though buyers should prioritize full-service records. Who should buy a Mini? Someone who values driving fun and distinctive styling. Who should reconsider? Anyone assuming small size automatically equals low maintenance cost. Mini delivers personality and agility. But because of maintenance complexity and mixed reliability history, it ranks at number 17. Number 16, Chrysler. Chrysler once represented American innovation. From the early minivan boom to full-size sedans, the brand has played a major role in U.S. automotive history. But in recent years, its lineup has narrowed significantly, and reliability has been inconsistent. The biggest issue for Chrysler has been long-term consistency across models. Some vehicles perform reasonably well, while others develop recurring electrical or transmission problems as mileage increases. Transmission concerns, particularly in older models, affected the brand's reputation. While improvements have been made, that history still influences how buyers view long-term durability. Electrical issues are another recurring theme. Owners report infotainment glitches, sensor malfunctions, and intermittent warning lights. As vehicles age, electronic components tend to be the weak link rather than the engines themselves. Build quality has improved in some newer models, but interior materials in certain past vehicles showed premature wear. Trim pieces and switchgear sometimes lack the solid feel of higher-ranked competitors. One advantage Chrysler does have is simpler engine design in some of its most well-known power plants. The Pentastar 5.6, for example, has proven relatively durable when maintained properly. But supporting systems, electronics, transmission components, and accessory parts have sometimes overshadowed engine reliability. Maintenance costs are not luxury level, but they're not always as low as other mainstream brands either. Parts are generally available and affordable, which helps offset some long-term concerns. Depreciation tends to be noticeable. Chrysler vehicles often lose value faster than Japanese competitors, reflecting buyer caution around long-term reliability. Who should consider Chrysler? Buyers who find value in pricing and understand the importance of maintenance history. Who should hesitate? Those seeking bulletproof long-term durability without surprises. Chrysler has moments of strength, but inconsistency keeps it in the lower half of this ranking. At number 16. Number 15. Jeep. Jeep carries one of the strongest brand identities in the automotive world. Rugged, adventurous, and capable off-road. That's the image. Vehicles like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee have loyal followings, and for good reason. But reliability is more complicated. Jeep vehicles are often designed with off-road capability in mind. Solid axles, four-wheel drive systems, and rugged suspensions add durability in harsh terrain. However, those same systems increase mechanical complexity. Electrical complaints appear frequently in owner reports. Infotainment glitches, sensor warnings, and dashboard alerts are common frustrations. Some models have faced transmission issues in specific production years, though improvements have been made. The Wrangler, one of Jeep's most iconic models, is known for durability in off-road use, but not always for refinement or electronic stability. As mileage increases, suspension components and drivetrain parts may require attention, especially if used heavily off-road. The Grand Cherokee has seen both strong and weak reliability years, depending on engine and transmission pairing. Buyers must research carefully by model year. Maintenance costs are moderate. Parts availability is good, and service costs are typically manageable compared to luxury brands. However, certain repairs, especially involving four-wheel drive systems, can become expensive. Depreciation is interesting with Jeep. Some models, especially Wranglers, hold value extremely well due to demand. Others depreciate more quickly. Who should buy a Jeep? Someone who values capability and understands maintenance is part of the ownership experience. Who should reconsider? Anyone expecting car-like simplicity and low repair frequency. Jeep delivers adventure and strong resale in key models. But because of mixed reliability and electronic concerns, it ranks at number 15. Number 14. Nissan. Nissan has built millions of reliable vehicles over the decades. Older models like the Altima, Maxima, and Frontier developed strong reputations for durability. But in more recent years, the brand's reliability image has become more uneven. The single biggest factor affecting Nissan's ranking is its CVT transmission history. Continuously, variable transmissions were introduced to improve fuel efficiency and smoothness. In theory, they work well. In practice, earlier Nissan CVTs developed reliability concerns, including overheating, slipping, and premature failure in certain models. While Nissan has updated and improved its CVT technology over time, that history still impacts long-term confidence. Buyers shopping used models must pay close attention to model year and service records. Outside of the transmission issue, Nissan engines themselves have generally been solid. Many of the brand's four-cylinder and V6 engines can run for high mileage when properly maintained. Mechanical simplicity in older designs helped build the company's earlier reliability reputation. Electrical systems in recent models are average, not especially problematic, but not class-leading either. Infotainment systems and sensors have had occasional complaints, though not at luxury brand levels. Maintenance costs are generally reasonable, parts are widely available, and labor rates are typical for mainstream brands. This helps keep long-term ownership affordable compared to European competitors. Depreciation varies by model. Trucks like the Frontier tend to hold value better, while some sedans depreciate more quickly. Recent redesigns, especially the latest generation of Rogue and Pathfinder, show improvement in build quality and refinement. If those improvements continue, Nissan's ranking could rise in the future. Who should consider Nissan? Buyers who research carefully by model year and prioritize updated CVT designs. Who should hesitate? Anyone considering older CVT-equipped models without documented maintenance. Nissan remains a mainstream player with solid engines, but its transmission history keeps it at number 14. Number 13. Infiniti. Infiniti, Nissan's luxury division, once stood as a serious competitor to Lexus and Acura. Models like the G35 and FX were praised for performance and durability. But over time, the brand's identity has softened, and reliability perception has shifted. Mechanically, Infiniti benefits from many of Nissan's durable V6 engines. The long-running 3.5-liter and 3.7-liter engines have proven relatively strong when maintained. That's a positive foundation. However, the brand's aging platform designs have hurt its competitive position. While older engines can be reliable, outdated technology and limited redesigns have affected resale and consumer enthusiasm. Electrical reliability is mixed. Some models show minimal issues, while others develop infotainment and sensor-related complaints as they age. Compared to German luxury brands, repair costs are usually lower, but higher than mainstream Nissan models. Transmission reliability depends heavily on the specific model and year. Some Infiniti vehicles share Nissan's CVT technology, while others use more traditional automatic gearboxes that tend to perform better long-term. Interior quality is generally solid, though some older designs feel dated compared to rivals. Durability of materials tends to be better than average, especially in mid-2000s models. Depreciation is noticeable. Infiniti vehicles often lose value faster than Lexus or Acura counterparts. That creates appealing used prices, but buyers should verify maintenance history. Maintenance costs are moderate for a luxury brand, more affordable than German competitors, but still higher than mainstream vehicles. Who should buy Infiniti? Someone seeking a luxury feel with relatively strong engine reliability at used market pricing. Who should hesitate? Buyers expecting cutting-edge technology and top-tier resale value. Infiniti offers solid mechanical foundations but lacks the consistent long-term excellence of higher-ranked brands, placing it at number 13. Number 12. Chevrolet. Chevrolet is one of the largest and most diverse brands in America. From compact cars to heavy-duty trucks, its lineup covers nearly every segment. That wide range is both a strength and a weakness when it comes to reliability. On the positive side, Chevrolet trucks, particularly the Silverado with the 5.3-liter V8, have built strong reputations for durability. Many of these engines can run for hundreds of thousands of miles with proper maintenance. The brand's body-on-frame SUVs also benefit from proven truck platforms. However, not every Chevrolet model shares that same track record. Some smaller sedans and crossovers from past generations developed transmission issues, electrical complaints, or inconsistent build quality. Reliability can vary significantly depending on engine choice and production year. General Motors' V8 engines are often dependable workhorses, but certain four-cylinder and turbocharged applications have seen mixed long-term results. As with many brands, complexity increases maintenance sensitivity. Electrical systems are generally average. Infotainment glitches and sensor issues occur, but not at luxury brand frequency. Parts availability is excellent, and repair costs are typically manageable compared to European competitors. Depreciation is moderate. Trucks and performance models hold value well. Sedans and smaller vehicles tend to depreciate faster. Maintenance costs are reasonable, and the wide dealer network makes service convenient. That accessibility works in Chevrolet's favor. Who should consider Chevrolet? Buyers focusing on trucks and well-established engine platforms. Who should research carefully? Anyone looking at older small cars or less common engine combinations. Chevrolet's reliability varies by model, but its truck strength helps it land solidly in the middle. At number 12. Number 11. GMC. GMC shares much of its engineering with Chevrolet, especially in trucks and SUVs. The Sierra and Yukon are closely related to the Silverado and Tahoe, respectively. Because of that shared DNA, reliability patterns are similar. GMC's truck platforms are generally strong. V8 engines, traditional automatic transmissions, and body-on-frame construction provide durability when maintained properly. These vehicles are often built for towing and heavy use, which reinforces long-term resilience. However, like Chevrolet, GMC reliability can vary depending on model year and engine configuration. Certain transmission generations have experienced issues, and electronic features, particularly in higher trims, introduce additional complexity. Interior quality tends to feel slightly more premium than Chevrolet equivalents. Build consistency has improved in recent years, though electronic glitches still appear in some owner reports. Maintenance costs are moderate. Parts are widely available, and service networks are extensive across the country. This keeps long-term ownership practical compared to luxury competitors. Depreciation is moderate to strong, especially for full-size SUVs and trucks. Demand in the used market helps protect resale value. The key with GMC is understanding that reliability often depends more on the specific engine and transmission combination than the badge itself. Who should buy GMC? Buyers seeking truck durability with a slightly upscale feel. Who should be cautious? Those looking at complex, high-trim models loaded with advanced electronics. Because of its truck strength and generally solid mechanical platforms, GMC earns the number 11 position, just outside the top 10. Number 10. Ford. Ford is one of the most recognized automotive names in America. From the F-150 to the Explorer, the brand has shaped entire vehicle segments. And when it comes to reliability, Ford sits right at the edge of the top 10. Strong in some areas, inconsistent in others. The F-150 is the backbone of Ford's reputation. Traditional V8 versions have proven durable over time, especially when maintained properly. These trucks are built for work, towing, and long-term use. Many owners report high mileage with manageable maintenance costs. However, Ford's move toward turbocharged EcoBoost engines introduced more complexity. While these engines deliver impressive power and efficiency, some earlier versions experienced carbon buildup, timing chain concerns, and occasional cooling system issues. Improvements have been made in newer generations, but buyers must research by model year. Transmission reliability has also been mixed depending on the vehicle. Certain automatic transmissions in past Explorer and Focus models faced well-publicized complaints. Updated designs have improved performance, but the brand's reputation took a hit during those years. On the positive side, parts availability is excellent, and service costs remain reasonable compared to European brands. Ford's wide dealer network also makes maintenance convenient. Electrical systems are generally average. Infotainment glitches and sensor-related warnings appear occasionally, but not at luxury brand frequency. Depreciation varies by model. Trucks and performance models like the Mustang tend to hold value well. Some sedans and smaller crossovers depreciate more quickly. Who should consider Ford? Buyers focusing on trucks and proven engine platforms. Who should be cautious? Those shopping certain model years with known transmission concerns. Ford's strength in trucks keeps it in the top 10, but mixed reliability in some passenger vehicles prevents it from climbing higher. That places Ford at number 10. Number 9. Dodge. Dodge has built its modern identity around performance. The Charger, Challenger, and Durango emphasize power, especially with large V8 engines. And surprisingly, that focus on traditional engine design has helped Dodge perform better in long-term durability than some might expect. The 5.7-liter and 6.4-liter Hemi Vive 8 engines are generally robust when properly maintained. These engines use proven mechanical designs without excessive turbocharging complexity. Simpler layouts often translate to fewer long-term mechanical surprises. However, Dodge has faced criticism in other areas. Interior build quality in certain models has been inconsistent. Electrical complaints, particularly involving infotainment systems, have appeared over the years. Transmission reliability has improved significantly in recent generations thanks to widely used ZF automatic gearboxes, which are generally durable and smooth. Maintenance costs are moderate. Parts are widely available, and repairs are usually less expensive than luxury competitors. Depreciation can be noticeable, especially in non-performance trims. High-demand performance variants, however, often retain value better. Fuel economy is not a Dodge strength, especially with large V8 engines, but for buyers prioritizing straightforward mechanical reliability over complexity, these engines can be surprisingly durable. Who should buy Dodge? Someone who appreciates traditional powertrains and understands regular maintenance is key. Who should hesitate? Buyers expecting luxury-level refinement and cutting-edge efficiency. Because of its relatively simple and durable V8 platforms, balanced against average build consistency, Dodge earns the number 9 position. Number 8. Ram. Ram has made a strong comeback over the past decade. Once viewed as an underdog in the truck world, it now competes aggressively with Ford and GM. And in terms of reliability, Ram has improved enough to break into the top 10. The 5.7-liter Hemi 5.8 remains a cornerstone of the lineup. Like its Dodge counterpart, this engine is generally durable when maintained consistently. Traditional automatic transmissions paired with it have proven solid in many high-mileage trucks. Ram's trucks are also known for ride comfort. The available rear coil suspension system provides smoother handling compared to some competitors. However, more advanced suspension setups, especially air suspension systems, introduce additional complexity. When air suspension components fail, repair costs can rise quickly. Electrical reliability has improved in recent years, though earlier generations saw infotainment and sensor complaints. Modern systems are more refined, but technology-heavy trims still carry some risk as vehicles age. Maintenance costs are moderate for a full-size truck. Parts are widely available, and service networks are extensive across the country. That accessibility supports long-term ownership. Depreciation is competitive. Ram trucks hold value reasonably well, particularly in popular configurations. The key with Ram is understanding trim levels. Simpler configurations with proven engines tend to age more gracefully than highly optioned versions loaded with advanced electronics and air suspension systems. Who should buy Ram? Buyers seeking truck durability with improved comfort and strong engine options. Who should think twice? Those considering complex suspension packages without budgeting for long-term maintenance. Because of its improved build quality and durable powertrains, balanced against occasional electronic and suspension concerns, Ram earns the number 8 position. Number 7. Subaru. Subaru has built a loyal following around one core feature: standard all-wheel drive. That confidence in all-weather capability has made the brand especially popular in regions with snow and rough terrain. But reliability is what keeps many owners coming back. Subaru's Boxer engines have been both a strength and a historical weakness. Older generations were known for head gasket issues, particularly in the early 2000s. However, significant improvements have been made in newer engine designs. Modern Subaru engines, when properly maintained, are capable of strong long-term durability. The brand's naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engines are relatively simple compared to turbo-heavy competitors. CVT transmissions are widely used in Subaru's lineup. Unlike some earlier Nissan CVTs, Subaru's versions have generally performed better, though long-term maintenance still requires attention to fluid service. One advantage Subaru has is mechanical consistency. The company doesn't chase radical engine redesigns frequently. That conservative approach often supports durability. Maintenance costs are moderate. Parts are available nationwide, and service pricing is generally reasonable. Depreciation is strong. Models like the Outback and Forester hold value well in the used market, reflecting long-term owner satisfaction. Interior durability is solid, though not luxurious. Subaru prioritizes function over flash, and that simplicity often translates to longevity. Who should buy Subaru? Drivers seeking dependable all-wheel drive and long-term practicality. Who should research carefully? Buyers considering older models with early head gasket history. Subaru's steady improvement and consistent engineering place it firmly in the top tier, at number 7. Number 6. Hyundai. Hyundai's transformation over the past 2 decades is one of the biggest turnarounds in the auto industry. In the early 2000s, the brand struggled with quality perception. Today, it competes directly with established Japanese names, and in many cases, beats them in warranty coverage. One of Hyundai's biggest strengths is value combined with long warranty protection. The 10-year/100,000-mile powertrain warranty gives buyers confidence early in ownership. That said, warranty coverage doesn't automatically equal perfect reliability, and Hyundai has had challenges. Certain engine families, particularly some 2.0 and 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engines from the 2000s, were subject to recalls and widespread issues related to premature wear. Hyundai addressed many of these concerns through recalls and extended coverage programs. Newer engine generations show improvement, but the history still affects long-term perception. Outside of those specific engine issues, Hyundai vehicles have become increasingly solid. Transmission reliability has improved, and modern automatic gearboxes tend to perform well. CVT applications have generally been stable. Electrical systems are competitive with mainstream brands. Infotainment technology is often praised for ease of use, and major electronic failures are less common than in some European rivals. Maintenance costs are relatively affordable. Parts pricing is reasonable, and service networks are widely available across the U.S. Depreciation is moderate, better than it used to be. As Hyundai's reliability reputation strengthens, resale values have improved accordingly. Interior quality in recent models has stepped up significantly. Materials feel durable, and build consistency has become more competitive with higher-ranked brands. Who should buy Hyundai? Buyers seeking modern features, strong warranty support, and improving reliability trends. Who should research carefully? Anyone considering older models affected by past engine recalls. Because of major improvements and strong warranty backing, balanced against prior engine issues, Hyundai earns the number 6 spot. Number 5. Kia. Kia shares much of its engineering with Hyundai, but in recent years, it has developed its own strong identity. Stylish design, competitive pricing, and generous warranty coverage have helped Kia climb rapidly in reliability rankings. Like Hyundai, Kia faced engine-related concerns in certain past models. Recalls and extended warranties addressed many of those problems. Newer engine generations show improved durability, and recent reliability data reflects that upward trend. Kia's automatic transmissions have generally performed well. The brand has also expanded hybrid and electric offerings, which, so far, have shown competitive reliability compared to rivals. Electrical reliability is solid. Infotainment systems are intuitive, and major electronic failures are less common than in many luxury brands. Maintenance costs are low to moderate. Parts are affordable, and the dealership network is extensive. This keeps long-term ownership practical and predictable. Depreciation is improving. Earlier Kia models depreciated quickly, but modern designs and improved quality have strengthened resale values. Interior durability in newer Kia vehicles is impressive for the price range. Materials feel well assembled, and build quality consistency has improved dramatically compared to older generations. Kia's rapid rise is largely due to steady improvement and conservative engineering choices. The company has focused on reliability after learning from earlier challenges. Who should buy Kia? Buyers looking for strong value, solid warranty coverage, and improving long-term durability. Who should double-check? Those shopping older models from years affected by engine recalls. Because of consistent improvement, strong warranty support, and competitive reliability data, Kia lands confidently at number 5, entering the top tier. Number 4. Honda. Honda has long been associated with mechanical durability. For decades, its engines were considered nearly bulletproof. Civic and Accord models routinely surpassed 200,000 miles with proper maintenance. That reputation still carries weight, but modern Honda reliability is slightly more nuanced than its past. The brand's naturally aspirated engines remain strong performers. Honda engineering tends to favor efficiency and balance over extreme complexity. That conservative design philosophy has helped preserve durability. However, Honda's increased use of turbocharged engines in recent years introduced new variables. While many of these turbo engines perform well, some early versions experienced oil dilution concerns in specific climates. Honda addressed many of these issues through software updates and engineering adjustments. CVT transmissions are widely used across the lineup. Compared to some competitors, Honda's CVTs have generally performed reliably, though consistent fluid maintenance is important for long-term longevity. Electrical reliability is solid. Infotainment systems are straightforward, and widespread electronic failures are less common than in European brands. Advanced driver assistance systems have also proven relatively dependable. Maintenance costs are low to moderate. Parts availability is excellent, and independent mechanics are familiar with Honda platforms, keeping service affordable. Depreciation is one of Honda's strengths. Models like the Civic, Accord, and CR-V hold value exceptionally well, reflecting long-term owner confidence. Interior durability is practical and functional rather than luxurious. Materials are designed to age well, and overall build quality is consistent. Who should buy Honda? Buyers seeking proven mechanical reliability with strong resale value. Who should research carefully? Anyone considering early turbocharged model years without verifying service history. Because of its long-standing durability record, low maintenance costs, and high resale strength, balanced against minor modern concerns, Honda earns the number 4 spot. Number 3. Acura. Acura benefits from Honda's engineering foundation while adding a layer of refinement. The brand has historically focused on reliability alongside luxury, and that balance works strongly in its favor. Many Acura models use proven Honda engine platforms, especially V6 engines known for long-term durability. These engines, when properly maintained, often deliver high mileage without major mechanical failure. Transmission reliability has generally been solid in recent generations, especially with traditional automatic gearboxes. Earlier dual-clutch applications had mixed reviews, but improvements have stabilized performance. Electrical systems are typically dependable. Acura's infotainment systems are not as flashy as some competitors, but they tend to function consistently over time, and that matters for long-term ownership. Maintenance costs are moderate for a luxury brand, lower than most German competitors and only slightly higher than mainstream Honda models. Depreciation is reasonable but not extreme. Acura vehicles retain value better than many luxury rivals due to their reliability reputation. Interior quality is durable and well-assembled. Materials age gracefully, and long-term owner satisfaction tends to be strong. Acura's approach is simple. Take Honda's reliability foundation and add comfort without overcomplicating engineering. That restraint supports longevity. Who should buy Acura? Buyers wanting dependable luxury without European-level repair costs. Who might look elsewhere? Drivers prioritizing cutting-edge design over long-term practicality. Because of its balance of durability, reasonable ownership costs, and luxury refinement, Acura earns the number 3 position. Number 2. Mazda. Mazda is one of the quiet success stories in modern reliability. It doesn't dominate headlines. It doesn't rely on massive marketing campaigns about toughness. But when you look at long-term ownership data, Mazda consistently performs near the top. One of Mazda's biggest advantages is mechanical simplicity. While many competitors moved aggressively toward small turbocharged engines and overly complex systems, Mazda kept refining naturally aspirated engines longer than most. Its Skyactiv engine platform focuses on efficiency without adding excessive turbo hardware. Fewer high-stress components often mean fewer long-term failures. Transmission reliability is another strength. Mazda has largely avoided widespread CVT use, favoring traditional automatic transmissions that tend to age more predictably. That decision alone has protected it from many of the transmission complaints seen in other brands. Electrical reliability is strong. Infotainment systems are relatively simple compared to luxury brands, and widespread electronic failures are uncommon. Mazda tends to avoid excessive technological layering, which supports durability. Interior build quality has improved significantly in recent years. Modern Mazda cabins feel upscale, yet materials hold up well over time. Fit and finish consistency has become one of the brand's quiet strengths. Maintenance costs are low to moderate. Parts availability is solid across the country, and independent mechanics are comfortable servicing Mazda vehicles. Long-term ownership costs tend to stay manageable. Depreciation is competitive. Models like the Mazda 3 and CX-5 hold value well, reflecting buyer confidence in long-term durability. Mazda's strategy has been steady improvement without radical experimentation. That conservative engineering philosophy has paid off. Who should buy Mazda? Buyers looking for strong reliability without paying luxury brand premiums. Who might hesitate? Those who prioritize maximum brand prestige over practical durability. Because of its balanced engineering, transmission strength, and consistent long-term reliability, Mazda earns the number 2 position. Number 1. Toyota. At the top of the ranking sits a name that almost feels predictable. But predictable is exactly why it's here. Toyota has built its global reputation on durability. The company is known for conservative engineering, incremental improvements, and refusing to rush unproven technology into mass production. That patience has translated into long-term reliability leadership. Toyota engines are typically designed for longevity rather than extreme output. Many of its naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and V6 engines are capable of running well beyond 200,000 miles with routine maintenance. Even its hybrid systems, once viewed with skepticism, have proven remarkably durable over time. Transmission reliability is consistently strong. Traditional automatic gearboxes and well-developed CVTs perform reliably when serviced properly. Electrical systems are straightforward and dependable. Toyota avoids excessive complexity, which reduces long-term failure risk. Maintenance costs are low. Parts are widely available, service procedures are familiar to mechanics nationwide, and repair pricing remains affordable compared to most competitors. Depreciation is one of Toyota's greatest strengths. Models like the Camry, Corolla, Tacoma, and 4Runner hold value exceptionally well. Strong resale value reflects widespread market trust in durability. Interior materials are practical rather than flashy. Toyota prioritizes function over extravagance, and that simplicity often supports longevity. No brand is perfect. Toyota has faced recalls and occasional production issues like every major manufacturer. But when viewed over decades, its consistency stands apart. Who should buy Toyota? Anyone prioritizing long-term mechanical dependability and low ownership stress. Who might look elsewhere? Drivers seeking bold design experimentation over proven durability. Because of its unmatched track record, conservative engineering philosophy, and strong resale value, Toyota takes the #1 spot. So what did we really learn from this ranking? First, reliability isn't about price. Some of the most expensive brands landed near the bottom. Meanwhile, a few so-called ordinary names quietly dominated the top. Prestige doesn't guarantee durability. In many cases, simplicity does. Second, complexity is often the dividing line. The more turbochargers, air suspension systems, and layered electronics a vehicle has, the more potential failure points it carries long-term. Advanced technology can improve comfort and performance, but it also increases maintenance risk as vehicles age. Third, history matters. Brands like Toyota, Mazda, Honda, and Acura earned their positions through decades of consistent engineering. They don't chase dramatic redesigns every few years. They refine what works. That slow and steady philosophy may not grab headlines, but it pays off in long-term ownership. At the same time, improvement is real. Hyundai and Kia climbed dramatically compared to where they were 20 years ago. Ram and Ford strengthened their positions through better powertrains and build quality. Rankings can shift over time, but long-term patterns are hard to ignore. Here's the most important takeaway. Model and maintenance matter just as much as brand. Even the most reliable manufacturer can produce a weak generation. And even lower-ranked brands can last a long time if properly maintained. Service history, responsible ownership, and realistic expectations always play a role. If your priority is minimal stress, predictable costs, and strong resale value, the top-tier brands provide the safest long-term bet. If you value performance, design, or exclusivity more than mechanical simplicity, you just need to budget accordingly. In the end, reliability isn't about excitement. It's about confidence. It's about starting your vehicle every morning without wondering what warning light might appear next. Choose wisely, maintain consistently, and buy with the long road in mind.